Emmanuel, God with us in the flesh. He lived and breathed and loved and felt just as other humans did. Yet there was something different, something special about this one that the prophets had foretold. Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and all people. He loved them all, the young and old, the rich and poor, the sick and the healthy. He constantly did what he came to earth to do, to teach, to heal, to love, and to serve people.
Jairus and I were married when we were very young, but we couldn't wait to start our family together. But year after year went by, and for me, nothing was happening. We watched all of our sisters and all of our friends having baby after baby. I was happy for those. They were getting to experience the wonder and the joy of holding a new little life in their arms. But oh, how I ached to hold one of my own. Soon, I began to feel the pitying looks from other people. Inwardly, I felt like such a failure. My husband, who works in the temple, prayed night and day for us to have a child, but we didn't think that it would ever happen. We'd given up hope. And then, something amazing happened. I don't know how, or I don't know why, but God gave us a miracle. I discovered I was pregnant. I was shocked. And when I told Jairus, did that man ever celebrate? My husband is supposed to act like a dignified, respectable leader, but I could not keep that man from running through the streets shouting that he was finally going to be a father. Now the pressure among our people is to have a boy to carry on the family name. Yet when I had a girl, Jairus was ecstatic and showed his new daughter off to everyone. We named her Susanna, which means joy. Now Susanna and her daddy went everywhere together. He taught her about God and he taught her about the law. And lately they've become very curious about a man named Jesus. They were even in town when they heard him speak. They even saw him heal a man. It was unlike anything we had ever seen before. Jairus and I were a bit skeptical, but Susanna was convinced that Jesus was someone very special. She told us one night that she thought Jesus was going to completely change everything. Now, Jairus and I had to be careful not to upset the other leaders that he worked with, but Susanna was so completely drawn to him. She would beg and beg to get to go out to the lake with the others to hear him speak. Now, Susanna had always been a sickly child. As a baby, she would have coughing fits that would keep her down with a fever for days at a time. But then, a few weeks ago, she got sick again. But this time I could tell there was something different. All the medicines, all the herbs that I had used before, nothing was helping. My baby girl was going downhill fast, and all we could do was watch. My beautiful daughter, my only child, why would God take her from us? We sat by her bed for a week, praying, pleading with God to come and save our little girl. But she stopped responding to us. She just laid there, burning with fever. You could literally see the life slipping out of her. It was in that moment we knew we needed to find the man of healing. We needed Jesus. We'd heard he'd been down by the lake, so Jairus headed there first, but oh, the crowds. How would he ever get through to him? And yet when he did, my husband laid himself before him and pleaded with him to come and save our little girl. As they made their way back towards our home, the crowds were maddening. When he finally arrived, Jairus could tell by the look on my face that it was too late. I burst into tears as I told him not to bother Jesus anymore, for Susanna was already gone. But Jesus, he just looked right at us and said,
"Do not be afraid, just believe."
In my heart, I felt so